when I was 8 years old, all my friends, they were joining baseball, soccer, football. I told my mom I wanted to join baseball, and what'd she do? She put me in karate. At first I didn't like karate. It was really boring. We just stood still. We waited. We did a repetition of kicks. I hated it so much. But after a while, I started getting the hang of it. I was like, okay, I can understand why she'll put me in this so I can learn some self-defense. I've been in karate for around 10 years now. I've done all different types of styles. So today I want to encourage you to take a martial arts class. And there's 3 types that I want you guys to consider: Aikido, kickboxing, and Krav Maga. Alright, to start off, you should consider taking Aikido because of its mental benefits and the fighting style of it. The mental benefits of Aikido, well, first of all, Aikido is a Japanese type of fighting. It involves, according to the old sensei, which means great, the big teacher, he was the inventor of Aikido. His name is Morihei Ueshiba. He was the founder. He states that Aikido is pretty much you don't kick or punch your opponent. Rather, you use their own energy to flow it around and redirect it. An analogy about this is like, think about it like you're playing catch. They throw you a ball, you catch it. They throw it back. They throw it hard. You don't just stop it like that. You're gonna get impact. It's gonna hurt. So you soften the blow so you can throw it back. So it helps redirect something else. That's the fighting style of it. The mental benefits of it is that with it you learn tension and relaxation. You relax when a situation gets tough. So if you are actually in like someone's gonna mug you, normally your fight and flight routine will kick in. Your heartbeat will start rushing. You don't know what to do. So Aikido trains you to be more relaxed. So instead of just freezing up or running away, you can just take it into a more calmer situation. It also helps. It's a good stress reliever too. Although Aikido works on just being relaxed, moving on to my second point. The second one is kickboxing. If you wanna learn if you wanna get a good workout and also learn self-defense, you probably take kickboxing. Kickboxing helps usually for beginners. Like, it teaches you how to see an attack coming, how to position yourself, and how to redirect an attack, how to attack again. According to Emilio G, he's a kickboxing instructor, he says that kickboxing helps you with kickboxing can lead to toning your body and also increasing your endurance. It's not really, well, kickboxing doesn't really help. Moving on to my third point, you should probably, if you wanna consider taking another class, you should probably consider taking Krav Maga. Krav Maga is an Israeli type martial arts. It's used by the Israeli Defense Forces for their military bases. Krav Maga teaches you to protect yourself, like from the Thank you.
Taylor Ann.
Okay. I thought your attention device was good. You had like a little bit of humor in there, so that was kind of nice. But there was no, like, your intro, there was no preview really. You rushed over it. It was really quick, and like, just, I'm going to tell you about these, and you just moved on. I was a little unclear as to your thesis. I think it was just to encourage us to take karate, or, and then I'm not really sure that this is a persuasive speech. I didn't really feel very, I don't know, there was no like evidence to really back up your claim. It was more just encouragement with personal stories or your personal experience. You had some awkward pauses with your note cards, which I think you knew the information, you were just trying to like remember it, and then you kept putting them in your back pocket and pulling them back out and then putting them back. So it might have been better if you just had them there with you. Your eye contact was pretty good. You looked up every like few seconds, which was like, what are you? Yeah, not there. And then I guess things to work on would just be like your fluency. It's a little bit choppy, and organization. You kind of skipped over your second point with like, never mind, let's just move on. And then kind of just gave up in the end, so there was no conclusion. So just practice more and be more.
All right, well, the comments are more for Taylor Ann than they are for you. What she said, because she picked out almost everything that I was going to talk about, you know, so I think, you know, that you did, it's almost an informative speech, not quite, because I do think there is an element there that's persuasive. You do need some more examples and illustrations on each of those points. All the delivery stuff she said was exactly what I was going to point out. I mean, she's saying, it's probably better if you just have the card in your hand. I know you're trying to avoid doing that, but it's so much more obvious when you're going back and forth and back and forth. And every time you get stuck, you kind of just give up. You don't want to do that. You know, you say, well, let me get back to that. You know, it'll come back to you as you're going, and you bail out on the end, and that just kind of takes away a lot of things that you were doing. So I don't have any comments for her, except she did a good job, and the comments that she made for you, that's what you ought to be paying attention to. Thank you.